7 ways to instantly be more attractive. Subtle way of telling me I'm ugly, YouTube. Subtle. Welcome this week to Sawyer-san's Magic Ride, the weekly update. This week I'm not filming on location, or filming the weekly update on location. I did, however, as you saw, have some roll-in footage that I took from the place I was going to speak at. The reason I'm not speaking from there currently is because A, this is Wednesday night after work, and B, my camera's battery was dying. I forgot to charge it. Sorry, happens. So you guys saw that awesome train from the roll-in footage. I got a little bit of information about it actually. So in the park where that train is located, there is a sign that looks like this. And I'll translate roughly some of what it says. It's actually written from the point of view of the train, and so it's pretty cool. Alright, so basically the gist of it is the train was made in Nagoya in December of 1929. Which is Showa year 4. It was made in 1929, and it traveled up and down the Tokaido line, which is the line where I currently live along. Yaizu, the Tokaido line serves Yaizu, Nagoya, Shizuoka, many other cities, Shimada, Mishima. But it served all the way up until 1971, March of 1971, when it was decommissioned. In December of 1971, it was looking to be scrapped, you know, for parts, for metal, because Japan is not a resource-rich country. They were going to use its parts and, you know, melt it down for scrap so they could use it for other things. Maybe new trains. Anyway, the Historical Society, or Parks and Recreation, I can't translate it that well. Some society in Yaizu decided to get this train, acquire this train somehow, and put it in Koishikawa Koen. They decided to put it in this park as kind of a, you know, historical reminder. You know, this is what trains used to be like in Japan. So I thought it was super cool. Also, getting up into the cab, I was going to film this week's weekly update from the conductor's position, and when I got in there I realized, oh, there's also no room to put this tripod. So you guys get the boring room of infinite disappointment again, or whatever I copyrighted the term as. Okay, so news this week. So my church actually publishes a quarterly newsletter slash update slash, you know, something where they just let you know what's going on in the church. And so I was featured in it, yay! Because of the talk I gave back in December about Christmas, about the culture of gift giving. And so that was pretty cool. I'm famous, moving up in the world, guys, yeah. Also, I learned that Matsushita this week, from yesterday until Friday, is going to be in Kyoto. Now, why is he going to be in Kyoto? Some of you may have heard of the Kyoto Accords or Kyoto Protocols or something along those lines. He's going to a conference involving many important Japanese youth to debate the issue of continuing nuclear power in Japan. Now, Japan is leaning more towards the liberal point of view on this, which is, get rid of nuclear power. It's too dangerous. Matsushita leans the other way. Nuclear power does more good than it's harmful, so be praying for him. He's having to grin and bear it for 5 days in lovely Kyoto, listening to stuff he disagrees with. Anyway, these Kyoto talks, or Kyoto Protocol Accord, whatever, these are going to have lasting impacts on international policy, because this solution, or whatever these debates come up with, are going to be presented in front of the UN and considered for international policy, whatever power the UN actually has anymore. So that's exciting for Matsushita. Mostly, poor guy has to sit through 5 days of boring meetings about stuff he doesn't agree with. All right, now on to this week's questions, comments, and standard remarks, a part of the show where I answer your questions and comments that you leave down below in the Facebook or YouTube posts. This week, let's start with Facebook. There was some issues last week with page not loading if you followed the link from Facebook, but fortunately, if you searched it from the YouTube app, it worked. So the first few comments are about that. Mom says, listen, you are going to want some memories down the road. Take a picture of your minister and wife with you in it. Maybe I will. It depends on things whenever I feel like it. And that's the end of that. Mom also says, I can't tell you how interesting it was to see your church and history of it. Though because you are there, we only have our imaginations. You will treasure these photos down the road. It's amazing how soon memories get fuzzy. And yeah, it's nice that I'm recording all this and then uploading it to YouTube weekly, so not only everyone can see this, but then we have an archive of it on the internet, free, open source. So that's cool. Aunt Roberta says, loved seeing the church building. Can't wait for your vacation so that we can see more of the area. Take lots of pictures. Where is Disney Japan in relation to where you are located? I'd go there. Would be wild to see their twist on things. So, Disney Japan is actually located in Chiba Prefecture, which is a couple prefectures east of me. In order to get to Disneyland Japan, you have to go east from here in Yaizu, across Shizuoka Prefecture, into Kanagawa Prefecture, into Tokyo City, and then across Tokyo into Chiba. Chiba is often considered part of Tokyo. It's where everything that says they're in Tokyo is, pretty much, but it's not actually part of Tokyo. It's weird. Don't ask me why. So Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo Disney Sea, they're both in Chiba Prefecture. And that's about, I want to say 2 hours ride on the Shinkansen away from here, and almost $100 one way. And about going to Disneyland, while I would like to go, I don't want to go alone, because I've never been to Disneyland in America, and I don't want the first time I'm going to Disneyland ever to be alone and just kind of, whoa, what am I doing here? Anyway, continuing. Cousin Russ Sig says, too bad about the weather. I too love seeing your church. It's beautiful. I'm not sure if Japan is the same, but Korea has top-notch healthcare. I am also part of the National Healthcare Network of Korea. What I have found is the doctors and nurses speak great English. It's just a pain to get the appointment. Google Translate is my best buddy for all that stuff, but I had blood work, chest x-ray, doctor visit, and medicine all in 3 hours. They don't mess around like in the States, and their goal is to make you better, not look at the cost. Is Japan the same? Stopping there, the comment continues, but we'll get there later. Japan is mostly the same. So In January, I went to the doctor because I was not feeling well and had to get checked out in order to stay home from work. Anyway, I went in and it was just odd. I hate going to the doctor, period. It was not bad. I mean, there wasn't much they could do because it was just a cold and stuff. But it wasn't bad. I was in there and out with medication in about 2 hours. It was just a small clinic. There's small clinics everywhere. Unfortunately, the language ability between English and Japanese here in this prefecture is not as robust as it would be in, say, Tokyo or Osaka, places where there is more of an English-speaking culture. Also, I have been to Vietnam, China, Japan, Korea, Indonesia, Thailand, and all these countries have people that wear masks outside. But having dismissed the danger myself, we here in Korea have yellow dust pollution from China. Do you get that warning as well? No, I don't. This is the first time I've heard about it. Anyway, it's so interesting to hear the differences that Japan and Korea have. Thank you, cuz, for the videos. They're awesome. Keep watching them. I'll keep making them. Now on to YouTube. One comment. Tyler Guerrero says, if you're in another country and we open your mail, is it still a felony? And yes, I believe so, because I'm still an American citizen. Also, you have 2 envelopes. That's great. If you could get them forwarded to my home address, I'm sure my mom would gladly break federal law for me and open my mail. So, Tyler, I'll send my address to you over line, and then you can have them forward that mail back to my home. Who knows, maybe it's the ballot I never got for the election this year, for election last year. That does it for this week's questions, comments, and sign remarks. As usual, if you would like to get involved in this ongoing conversation we have between YouTuber and YouTubee, all you have to do is leave a comment down below in the Facebook or YouTube comments box. That gets your comment on the post. I view your comment, I read your comment, I respond to your comment. It's awesome. Try it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Tune in for more awesome content with substandard production values. I'll see you then. Bye.